What up, you guys? It's About a Scientist, and today we're talking about Kodak Black. Kodak Black has been in a lot of trouble lately. He's always in trouble. But now he's behind bars again. Maybe you can remember Kodak. This is the first time he's been behind bars, even during his rap career. He one time went away because he had there was this chick who was giving him head and his friends on live, I think, and that became a criminal thing. As far as I know, he still has an ongoing rape case. And he had a couple of other cases, but I'm not sure if they're still ongoing. But he has 7 new ones because of the new court case that he's in, and they're mostly gun charges. And it's looking like those guns were probably that because of his friends, but at this point it doesn't really matter anymore because you've been caught. You've been getting so many slaps on the wrist that people just feel like you should just be locked away. Of course, you got the 3 strikes you're out kind of thing. I don't know how many strikes he's in. I'm pretty sure it's way more than 3, but yeah, he's back in. But it seems like there is a little bit of good news for Kodak and his legal team, since his judge is completely removed. Yeah, he's been removed. He's not coming back after some controversial comments he made. I think it started with Kodak saying that he would bond out his guys, which is sort of normal. That's what you always do when you're the rich dude. You might have a fall guy here or two, but you're definitely the one throwing in the checks, getting everybody out. And after that, the judge, not even allegedly, because it's on camera, he said, the closer to my house, the higher the bond. That's always the Lazarus rule. And Lazarus is the judge. This guy's name is, I think, Joe Lazarus. Let me check real quick. Yeah, Joe Lazarus. Looks like a disheveled drunk, if you might say. But he said if I guess he lives in Broward County. At least his court is in Broward County, and that's where Kodak got arrested. And he said, if you live in Broward County and you're in my court, I'll double the bond because you live where I live. I don't think I have to explain why that's not okay. That's biased. When you're a judge, you're not. I don't know if you're technically above the law, but you're in a lot of ways above the law because you make the law. You're the one, at least enforcing the law, and a lot of times, you have to make decisions based on constitutionalities and all kinds of stuff. And look at the law from your objective perspective, right? And if your objective perspective is hood rats that live in my neighborhood need to be locked up forever so they don't bother me, that's kind of a problem, especially when one of those hood rats is in your court at the moment. Now, if I had a choice to choose between judges, I would want to choose judges who could understand people from bad neighborhoods more, I guess, instead of wanting them to be locked up away more, right? But I'm not saying you should put some hood rats in as a judge, of course. But I mean, you should really understand that the guy you're putting in there is gonna be deciding if people are gonna go to jail for life or not, or for so many years or not. You should have someone with at least some compassion, someone you think is a person who genuinely cares about other people and this job, not just someone who can theoretically do all the paperwork and all the legalities that comes with being a judge. So yeah, this guy's out of here. He's done. Okay. He said it was a joke, and but the Broward County chief said it's not funny, and you're done, son. You pack up your stuff and go home, or go reside over another case or something. And I completely agree, because you could say it's a joke, but that's a very serious thing to say. You're talking about people's lives, This is not some alleged situation where it's like, if these kids did something wrong, I would never get them out, which I also think is a weird thing to say. But they're in your court at the moment, so you're telling them how are they supposed to know if that's a joke or not? It's the same with Meek Mill. A chick asked him to pay her $10,000 for his kid's tuition. Mostly there would be nothing wrong with that. I would applaud it. But Meek Mill is facing jail time right now, and you're in a position where you're working for the system that's, I'm not trying to say trying to lock them up, but there's a good chance they would lock them up. So let's say Meek Mill, you ask for money for Meek Mill, and he denies it for whatever reason, and then he at the end of the day he gets locked up. Who can explain to him that he didn't get locked up just because he didn't give you the money for your child? Same with this case. Why do Kodak and his friends not think that they're not being able to be bonded out because you're biased because you live in a neighborhood and you're afraid of them? If you don't understand on that or don't agree with that, you don't agree with the law system. You can't do that. When you're a judge, you should be overly objective, not overly subjective. You should just look at the facts, how you think a person will. But at the end of the day, this is a good story because the judge has been fired, or let go, or put off the case, or whatever. Kodak's still in court. I don't know, if this is making it look better for him. I guess it is, but he still has some serious charges, so he should first try to get out of those. And that's gonna be a hard one because, like I said, because of all the other times he has gotten arrested. It's a thing with guns, maybe even illegal guns I saw. So it's not looking too great. But let's hope Kodak can learn something from this, and let's hope that if he gets out, he comes out as a different person somehow, some way, at least a more mature person. So yeah, it's still not looking good, but I guess it's looking better than it did 2 weeks ago. So we'll keep you updated. And what do you guys think about it? What do you guys think about this judge? What do you guys think about the way the system works? What do you guys think about hip hop court cases just going left? You got the Meek Mill case, you got the Kodak case, and of course you got mad other cases that are a little older. Max B case, he's supposed to get out next year, even though he was supposed to be locked up for life, and that seems to be a mistake. And you got that one rapper, I think his name's Mac. He's like an old school bad boy rapper, and I think people were shooting and he had a gun in his hand, he shot in the air as well, and then he got life in prison immediately, even though, he was just trying to scare off some dudes or whatever. But even though, doesn't really matter what happened, I don't think he's supposed to be in there for life. But what do you guys think about it? Like, comment, subscribe, check it out. Peace.